get one. An unboxing will be coming to Program94.com soon on that. If I ever get it, they still haven't sent me. They still haven't shipped it yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. But so we'll just have to wait and see how that works out. And I'm really excited, considering that I missed out on the Steve Jobs figurine, but I will not miss out on this. So. Finally, now that we're done with the Apple news, rumors are surfacing that AT&T disabled the HSUPA on the Windows Phone 7 devices that have been updated to Nodo. This is false. I don't know how you pronounce Nodo, but this is false because AT&T never enabled HSUPA. I don't think they've enabled it on any of their devices, and I'm not sure why AT&T has not enabled it. HSUPA yet. It's very interesting they haven't. I don't know why they have not. I don't think it's an FCC issue. Do you have anything to weigh in on this, Casey?
No, not really.
No, not
I don't
really.
know too much about phones and stuff. But
you're supposed to be the internet guy. You talk to me about internet all the time and how it sucks.
Yeah.
You're supposed to know this. He complains to me all the time. Your internet's too slow. You need a new modem. You need a new router. You need to call Comcast and tell them they suck.
Yeah.
So. And speaking of Comcast, I'm going to skip down my list here. Comcast is supposedly ranked lowest in customer loyalty, which is very interesting considering their commercials that they show. We're like, oh, our customers come first. Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure. I didn't actually go through and read exactly what the study said, but that doesn't surprise me at all. It's going to be the first time a company lied on something like that.
Yeah, it's Comcast. I've had problems with Comcast, and I've called them, about those problems, and sometimes they would fix it, sometimes they wouldn't. I've had a problem last year where my internet kept going out every 3 hours. I kept calling them. They didn't get it fixed until earlier this year. So I had like 12 months, every 3 hours a day, my internet kept going out. But I guess finally they got fixed, but I don't know.
Yeah. I know that I finally got mine. I think they've been working on it here in this town, so I think they finally got it set up to where it doesn't go out as much, but it used to go out all the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, the next thing on the list is that T-Mobile is supposedly adding free phone calling or voice calling to Facebook, and I actually forget what it's called. Can you remind me what it is, Casey?
Hold on.
I do not remember either.
I remember seeing it. Hold on.
I saw it.
Bobsled.
Yeah, bobsled. Do you know exactly how this is going to work?
I think it's supposed to integrate into the Facebook chat.
Well, how are they going to...
It's supposed to be kind of like, I guess, G-Talk, or when you go into Gmail, it's supposed to be something like that on your instant messages. Supposed to have like a little phone icon, and then you just call them. Yeah,
and it just works right inside of Facebook.
Yes.
That's really neat, So it's called Bobsled, and you can go to bob.vivox.com, and you should be able to get your bobsled on.
Or you can go to letsbobsled.com.
Well, that sounds much better. Letsbobsled.com sounds much better. So I recommend you going to letsbobsled.com. It sounds better. So the next thing I want to talk about is a few days ago I did a Hulu Plus review. And I talked about it, which this has very little to do with that. But as you guys probably know, the BlackBerry Playbook, which was just launched a few days ago, supports Flash. And for recently, you were actually able to watch Hulu on your Playbook, which I probably would say was probably amazing, because the Playbook does Flash actually better than any mobile device or tablet I've ever seen. But Hulu today finally blocked it. It's no more. You cannot you cannot do Hulu on your Playbook. And what I want to know is why. Why Hulu do not want customers to access your service? I don't understand that.
I would think that'd be a benefit for Hulu.
I would think so too, and I don't think it's a licensing issue. I think if you can access it on your device, you should be able to, if you have the power to do so.
Yeah.
But what Hulu is trying to do, which I think they're failing at the moment, is they're trying to get you to sign up for their Hulu Plus service. What I think Hulu is failing at is if they would just open that up until they had an app for that device. So if they just let customers do it and create a BlackBerry Playbook app, then released it and turned that off, then I wouldn't care as much.
Yeah, everything that you said, yeah.
But Hulu's pretty much just cutting off, people that want to launch their service. It may be a licensing deal, but I but I don't see how that's against licensing.
Right.
Because if you can do it on your laptop, like your MacBook Air or whatever, why can't you do it from your tablet?
Yeah.
So, or your Windows tablet. They can't block Windows tablets. So, that's just something I don't understand. And moving on with the tablet thing, the T-Mobile G Slate will be launching April 20th, I believe is what I read. I didn't write it down for some ignorant reason. But the T-Mobile G Slate will be launching later, like I said, April 20th. And this is going to be a Honeycomb, Android Honeycomb 3.0 tablet. And it's going to be a 3D tablet. So it's going to have 3D cameras in the back.
Hmm.
Which is
That's
very interesting.
nice.
It comes with 3D glasses, which I think is the biggest load, which is just ridiculous, I think.
Yeah.
You have to come with 3D glasses. But anyway, they have it. So then they'll be launching April 20th on T-Mobile. I believe it's $530 if you have an existing T-Mobile voice plan and you buy the data plan. If you do not have a voice plan, you can get it for $630 for the data plan. And if you don't want anything contract free, if you don't want anything, not even a data plan with it, it's $730. I'm not sure on storage space at this time. Next is supposedly the Skype Android app has been flawed. This is fixed now, but it had an issue where, what exactly was it? Where the something in Skype was getting hacked. I cannot remember what it was.
Android police noted. Malicious app to gain easy and unencrypted access to user account, contacts, phone numbers, email addresses, and instant message logs.
And that's a big hole, I think. That was a big deal. That could really be a problem if you got that on your device. So I hope nobody had that happen to them, but they supposedly have updated the app and has fixed that flaw. So it's a good thing they fixed that fairly quickly.
Yep.
Next thing I have for you guys is that Nokia and Microsoft have officially entered into a written agreement to bring a Nokia Windows Phone 7 devices. I mean, they're going to be bringing 12 of them to the masses, I guess. And supposedly Nokia is going to be dropping Symbian. They're pretty much dropping it. They're going to be bringing their great hardware to Windows Phone 7. And hopefully this will save Nokia, because I don't want Nokia to go under. I hate to see Nokia be another Palm.
Yeah.
And I'd hate to see BlackBerry be another Palm, too, or RIM.
Yeah, Nokia's been good, actually. I think Nokia's going almost in the right direction.
Nokia makes awesome hardware, I think.
Yeah.
They've never been able to get the software together. So hopefully this will bring their software together, because Nokia phones are tough. Like, I've had Nokia phones you could throw a beat and everything, they won't break. Now, sure, this want smartphones, but I'd say that their phones currently stand true, because I know people now that have Nokia phones that are still that way. Nokia makes great hardware. They never had the software, and now I think they have the software together, and now they can make some great phones.
Yeah.
And hopefully launch here in the States, too, because Nokia really needs to get Nokia really needs to get some United States market share, because they have like less than 1%, I'd say now. Because most of their business is done overseas in Finland and countries like that.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing I have for you guys is that the Kindle with special offers was launched this week, which is a Kindle that pretty much has advertisements. And I wrote an article about this. You can read it on program94.com. And it's basically talking about technology with advertisements. And when you buy this Kindle with special offers, you can actually save yourself $25. No, that's not a lot of money. I don't think it'd be worth it for that $25. But I think that if this is successful in Amazon's pretty much trial run, I think, of this, they could, potentially start knocking off $50 and maybe even have a free Kindle eventually. Which I think would be great. You buy...
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you get a free e-reader just for looking at ads. And if they do the advertising right, which I don't know if they'll do it right or not, that it's still up in the air. But if they can do the advertising right, where it doesn't just aggravate the consumers to death, and I think they probably could have a winner on there. Like the screensaver idea they have. Whenever you're not using it, it pops up a screensaver, with some, sponsored, company. I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
You pick it up, hey, there's Visa. Cool. Now back to my book.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really good idea. I really do. And I hope that other companies jump on this, to make cheaper technology. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I really think that's the way to go. to make tech more affordable. And I don't know why the other companies haven't done this already, to be honest. I don't know why this has taken until 2011 to do this. But anyway, we can put on the man on the moon. So that's always my thing. We can put a man on the moon, but we can't have tablets with advertising. But anyway, this is the Technologadget podcast number 5, and I hope you guys had a great time. Thank you so much for everybody for listening, and for my host, Casey, for being on here with me, so I'm not as lonely today. And you're very welcome. Because it's got kind of boring me sitting here just talking to myself, and it really helps having somebody to break the silence of me speaking. So anyway, thanks so much, and I hope you guys tune in next week for the Technologadget podcast. Thanks so much for listening.